Greetings. In this video we get to know the details of working with the Solis 26XL tractor. The video is intended to support the user manual. Carefully read the manual that comes with the tractor. The user manual can be downloaded from the website below. Let's start with the control devices and their location. Controls. Direction changer. Speed range selection. Hand throttle operating lever. Gear selector. Clutch pedal. Main brakes. Foot accelerator pedal. All-wheel drive selector. Parking brake. PTO drive lever. Directional valve operating lever. The operating lever of the rear lifting device. Differential lock pedal. There is a 12-volt battery in front of the tractor, main power switch, and the fuse box. Light switch functions: lights off, parking lights, low beam lights, high beam lights, horn button, left turn signal to the right, power key functions, power off, power and glow function on, engine start, emergency flasher and beacon switch, power takeoff shaft external drive switch. In the dashboard, fuel gauge on the left. In the middle, the tachometer and the hour counter. Temperature gauge on the right. Signal lights. 1. Parking brake. 2. Battery charge indicator. 3. Air filter indicator light. 4. Turn signal to the left. 6. Turn signal to the right. 7. High beam indicator light. 8. Glow plug indicator light. 9. Oil pressure indicator light. 10. PTO control light. 11. Trailer direction light. 14. Work light indicator. When starting the tractor, turn the main power switch to the on position. Clutch pedal to the down position. Change of direction and PTO lever to N position. Turn the ignition switch to position 1. The indicator lights come on. When the glow plug indicator goes out, turn and hold the ignition switch in position 2. When the engine starts, release the starter switch to position 1. Driving speed selection. Select the range with the selection lever L range, and with the shift lever gears 1, 2 or 3. When you do precision or power demanding driving, select the range with the selection lever M middle range, and with the shift lever gears 1, 2 or 3. Gears are more generally suitable for variable terrain, yard and field driving. H high-speed range, gears 1, 2 or 3 are for road driving. Always drive the tractor on the road with the 2WD selection. With the direction changer lever, you choose the driving direction forward or backward. Release the brake pedals and slowly raise the clutch pedal to the upper position. The tractor starts moving. Do not keep your foot on the clutch pedal while driving. Adjust the driving speed with the foot or hand throttle. When reversing the tractor, choose a low enough driving speed to maintain controllable driving. Always keep the safety bar in the upper position during normal use, also during transport, off-road or forest driving, and keep the seat belt fastened. Use high-quality diesel fuel as fuel, as well as frost-resistant winter diesel fuel during the winter. Before refueling, remove dirt from the filling opening of the fuel tank and from the refueling device. Tractor parking. Pull the handbrake lever up. Turn the ignition switch to the 0 position. Release the clutch and brake pedals. When you park the tractor for a longer period of time, lower the front loader and the rear lifting device. Turn the main power switch to the 0 position. The front loader consists of the following parts: 1 bucket cylinders. 2 Euro quick fix. 4 support legs. 5 front loader locking pins. 6 lifting cylinders. 7 additional block of hydraulics. 8 front loader control stick. 9 rear weight as an accessory. By turning the control stick of the front loader, you control the functions of the loader. Pull the stick back, the bucket rise. Turn right, bucket tilt down. Turn left, bucket tilt up. Push the stick forward, the bucket lowers. By pressing and holding the controller button in the down position and turning the stick left or right, additional hydraulic outputs are controlled. When attaching tools, make sure that the lower locking of the Euro quick release clamp locks. When connecting the hydraulic hoses, turn off the engine. Press the joystick button down and turn the joystick left and right to release pressure from the connectors. Pull the locking ring of the hose connector back and push the connector into the mating connector. Make sure the connector locks. When removing the implement, lower the implement close to a flat and hard surface. Open the lower lock of the Euro quick release fastener by pulling the locking lever outwards. Lower the implement onto the platform. When the top lock is released, drive the tractor backwards. When moving a heavy load, keep the loader as low as possible and the driving speed low. Also remember to have sufficient rear weight of the tractor. The tractor comes with a tow hitch whose position can be adjusted laterally. Keep the hook in the middle position when the trailer is in motion. Make sure the pin of the tow hitch is locked before driving. Connect the Kip's hydraulics hose to the quick coupler on the tractor. Clean the connectors of dirt and first push the locking ring of the connector forward. Connect the hydraulic hose by pushing it into the quick connector. Make sure the quick connector locks. The light plug of the trailer is connected to the 7-pin plug on the tractor. Check the operation of the lights. When loading a trailer, the load must be front-oriented. The weight on the road is in the same direction on all wheels. Too much front loading pushes the rear wheels of the tractor down and at the same time lifts the front wheels up. The controllability of the tractor decreases. If the load remains rear-weighted, the drawbar of the trailer lifts the rear end of the tractor upwards and the tractor's controllability is lost. When tipping the load, it is important to note that when the center of gravity of the tipped load shifts lower, it raises the drawbar of the cart. Due to the above-mentioned factors, only carry and tip a cart with a maximum size of about 3.5 tons. As an accessory for trailers equipped with a 50mm drawbar, a 50mm traction ball is available for the tractor. Remember to put the slow driving triangle behind the cart. When placing the implement on the rear lifting devices of the tractor, reverse the tractor perpendicularly to the center of the attachment points. Connect the drawbar end to the attachment of the implement from the left and right sides. Insert the drawbar pin or connect it to the attachment pin of the implement. Lock with a ring lock. Connect the push arm to the upper support point of the implement. By turning the push arm, you adjust its length to suit and lock it with the locking ring. Lock the push rod pin with a ring cotter. Raise the lifting device by pulling the operating lever of the lifting device backwards. Tighten the side stops on both sides. Adjust the implement to the center of the center line of the tractor. Lock the side stops with the locking nut. If necessary, adjust the height of the work equipment by turning the lifting arm adjustment shorter or longer. Lock the lift arm adjustment using the lock nut. The optional hydraulic push arm brings speed to the control of the implement and makes it easier to put the implement behind it. Control the hydraulic push arm direction with the help of the valve. The height of the implement is controlled by pulling or pushing the operating lever of the lifting device or directional valve. Due to the weight of the implement and the traction resistance, add about 200 kilos of weight to the front of the tractor. When you engage the all-wheel drive clutch, both the rear wheels and the front wheels work together to provide better traction. Use the differential lock if necessary when working in difficult conditions. By turning the response valve of the rear lifting devices closed, the lifting devices are locked in the upper position during road driving. The lifting devices are only unlocked by turning the response valve in the opposite direction. Disconnect the hydraulic hoses of the implement and the electric cables if they have been used, then the push arm and finally the pull arms. Keep a suitable safety distance from the work equipment during removal. Always detach the working device on a hard surface. An additional weight of 200 kilos is easily available from the Solis rear weight box. Prepare 6 sacks of 25 kilo mass of dry concrete. Pour the finished mass into the box. Level the surface. When the mass has dried, you can also add other accessories to the box. A small aid makes it easier when putting the rear weight box on the lifting equipment. Put wheels of sufficient size in the corners of the board, and moving the rear weight box by hand on a hard surface will go well. Drive the tractor in front of the machine. Attach the rear hitches. Turn off the engine. Remove the PTO shaft dust cover by turning it counterclockwise. Connect the joint shaft to the PTO shaft of the tractor. Fit the rails and push the joint shaft so that it locks into place. Check the locking by pulling the shaft outwards. Fasten the chain of the plastic cover of the joint shaft in a suitable place to prevent the cover from rotating. Try using the work tool first with small revolutions. Start the tractor and switch the PTO switch from the N position to either the 540E or 540 position. When the shaft rotates without vibration or loud noise, you can increase the engine speed to a working level. Before leaving the tractor, turn the power takeoff shaft external drive switch on. If the hydraulic pump of the implement attaches directly to the PTO axle, ensure sufficient space around the pump, as well as locking the hydraulic pump. The recommended operating angles of the joint shaft are continuous use less than 25 degrees, momentary use less than 45 degrees. The operating angles of both ends of the shaft must be equal. Do not use an operating angle that is too large. The joint shaft, the implement or the PTO axle of the tractor may be damaged. Make sure that the profile tubes of the joint shaft are 10 cm inside each other even at the highest angle of use. For hydraulic coupling devices, the tractor has a double-acting directional valve. The quick couplers are located behind the tractor. Clean the connectors of dirt, push the locking ring forward, push the hose connector all the way to the bottom of the mating connector. The locking ring locks. Make sure the connector is locked by gently pulling the hose. Control the implement with the directional valve. If the implement has its own control valves, pull the lever of the directional valve back and fix it in the rear position. A hydraulic expansion unit is available as an additional equipment for the tractor, which doubles the number of outputs. The expansion unit is controlled by a separate operating switch, which selects quick connectors A or B for use. When removing the hydraulic implement, lower the lifting devices to the lower position, turn off the tractor. Release the hydraulic pressure by turning the direction of the valve lever forward and backward. First disconnect the hydraulic hoses and the joint shaft if it has been used, then the push arm and finally the pull arms. Keep a suitable safety distance from the work equipment during removal.